Raysystem Data Analytics. As usual, my name is Raymond Yako, and I'll be your instructor, your facilitator, guiding you through this journey. In today's video, we're going to take a brief and a quick tour of Microsoft Excel, one of the most essential tools for every data analyst. You can't take Microsoft Excel out of your data analytics journey. Even with advanced tools like Power BI and Python, Excel remains the foundation for organizing, cleaning, and analyzing your data. So, if you want to go far in data analytics, it is always advisable to have a stronger foundation in Microsoft Excel, a very powerful tool that is used across industries. And you will need to learn this. It's very simple, get an understanding, and let's go. I want to encourage you to subscribe to the page, Raysystem, recommend to a friend, share, like, comment, and let's grow together. Okay, so let me share my screen. Assuming on a normal day you sit behind any machine and you want to know that Microsoft Excel is installed on the machine, you can just press your Windows key. When you check your keyboard, you will see some 4 boxes, rectangle boxes, 4. That is called a Windows key. So you can just press the Windows key and you type in Excel. Once you type in Excel, this is what you get. Excel is very friendly and respectful. So as at the time I was recording this video, it was in the evening, so Excel is telling me good evening. Fine, Excel is good. Say good evening. So this is the interface you see when you open Excel the first time. On your far left, you see the home button, you see the new, and you see open. You will go into this in the course of the video, and then when you come down, you see accounts and options. Aside at the main page, you see a blank workbook, and then you see formula tutorials. One thing about Excel is you can learn on your own. So if you want to know something about formulas, you can just click on formulas, and then you follow the on-screen instruction. If I want to know pivot table, if I want to know charts, you can learn on your own from here. When you click on more templates, all these are here. So welcome to Excel. You can take a tour what I am doing, as Excel can just guide you to take a tour. If you want to know about pivot table, one powerful tool in Excel is pivot table. If you want to know what it does, you can take a tour around it. But our main focus is to come here. On this page, you see the templates up here. These are the templates, already built-in templates. So if I want to build a budget for my family, for my office, Excel has a template for you. You can just modify it to suit your interest. Then when you come to the down path, there's a search engine here. So I've worked on a previous Excel. I can use the name to search for it here. I can just type the name here, and if the file is there, it will just pop up. I click on it and I am good to go. And then it tells you your most recent files you've worked on in Excel. We have favorites, so you can the files that you have worked on. If I click on this star here, it's then added to my favorite. So when I come to my favorite, it is going to show here. Maybe there's that one file that you every day work on it at the office. When you enable the favorite button, it gives you the opportunity that when you go to favorite, you just see it quickly. You don't have to scroll down. And then there's a shared with me here. If I go here, I can share my workbook or my work that I am doing with other people to come and take a look at it. So that is it. At the accounts section, It tells you the kind of account you are using. I am currently using the Microsoft 365 Enterprise. So it gives you that here I'm signing with this email address, and it tells you more about the account you are using. The option here to talk about some kind of settings. We will later come here, what we need to enable and what we need to disable. We will come here, but for now, let's leave this here and go back. So let me cancel this. Okay, so let me go back and come in again because I went to the, or better still, when I click on the file, it brings me here. So good one, let's do. We want to pick a blank workbook. So it's your first time opening Excel. And this is my workbook, blank workbook. This is called a workbook. In a normal sense, a book contains sheets. So we call this one a workbook. And if you look at the down path here, you will see that we have something called sheet 1. It means that in this workbook, there's only one sheet, which is called sheet 1. We can add other sheets, and because they've not been named, Excel is being intelligent and being smart enough and giving them numbers. If I don't want the name, I can right click on this sheet. There are a couple of things I can do here. I can insert, I can delete these sheets, I can rename this. So if I click on insert, I can insert a chart, I can insert a worksheet, I can insert international micro sheets. So there's a template that you can insert in that sheet. Okay, if I click on delete, we all agree that it will just delete this sheet. So sheet 1 is gone. It's deleted. It's deleted, it's gone. I can rename this sheet and say that this sheet should be called test. So testing, and I hit enter. I've renamed it. It's either I right click and pick rename, or I double click the sheet, and it gives me opportunity to rename it. There are two ways. Either you right click or you double click so that you get opportunity to name your sheet. I can move this sheet to a different location or make a copy. So let's say I have been given a list of employees. I'm working on it. I want to create a copy so that even if I make a mistake, I mistakenly delete something, I can always go back to the original document and go and make reference. So I'll go right click this worksheet and I'll click move or create a copy. Then Excel is telling me that to which book should I create and make a copy of this sheet. I'm saying that keep it in book 1. This is book, we have not saved it, so Excel will name it book 1. Keep it in book 1. Okay, if I keep it in book 1, this testing, what should I do? The test, what should I do to it? I just want you to create a copy and it will be in this book. So I click OK and I get test 2. As simple as that. So there are a couple of things you'll be doing here. I can protect the sheet, put a password on it so that nobody can come and make changes here. I can give it a tab color so that when I come quickly, I know that this gold color is for employees. The green color is for management, for easy identification, but nothing special about it. So assuming I give you this worksheet, you are my boss, I've worked on it. Probably you needed only the dashboard report. You don't need any other data. For you not to go and make changes to my data that automatically affect my visualization, I can choose to hide some of these sheets that you don't have to go and do anything there. I'll only right click it and I'll say hide. I have not deleted it. It is only hidden. So I can unhide it for me to do further analysis or changes to that data. I only right click and pick hide. If I right click on any of the sheet, it gives me the option to unhide. And now Excel is telling me which sheet should I unhide. Is it the test 2 or test? I want you to unhide test. So bring test back, and test has come back. If I further want to bring test 2 back, I click on this and I bring test 2 back. So we are clear. That is what is about sheet. Whenever you open your workbook, the first thing you have to do is to save it. So when you look at the top here, the top ribbon, if you've logged in into your account, it is here. It shows you the email address you've logged in. You have the Excel logo here. You can enable auto save. So as you are working, your work is saved automatically, but you need to log in first before you can access this feature. You have the save button here. You have the undo button here, and then you have book 1. The book 1, because this book we've opened, it has not been named. So we need to name this book. If you want to name this book, there are so many ways you can name this book. That is the beauty about Excel. There are so many ways to do one particular thing. All right. So if I click on this, it gives me the option to name my workbook, not the sheet, the whole workbook, the entire workbook. So I would say this is testing in caps, and it gives you the location where should the book be saved to. You can pick either document or downloads or desktop or even in the cloud like OneDrive, your personal or your corporate. You can keep it there and you just click OK. If you go through this, you'll be able to save it. You can as well come to File and pick Save, and from here you can give your worksheet a name. So testing, and then you will specify where you want to, the location, if you are putting it on this PC or you have a place you want to store it. It gives you the opportunity to save it. As well, you can do your Control S, which stands for save, Control plus S, which stands for save, and it gives you the option to change the name and save your file. So if you explore 3 ways to save this file. After saving the file, so let's save this file. It's called testing, and we saved it. So now our file is saved, and automatically it should change at the top. Now we've saved it, auto save is enabled. All right. When we look at the top here, the ribbon, the top of the ribbon, we have a lot of tabs. These are called tabs. So when I go to file, I have a lot of things I can do under file. If I go to home, I have all these things enabled. There are a lot of things I can do at home. A lot of things, fantastic things you can do. When I go to insert, it gives me options, different and various tabs as to what I want to do. We will go into this as we go on. Depending on the version and your configuration, you might see a lot of things here. Some have developers and all that. Don't be scared about that. As you grow in the Excel, you enable these fields, these tabs, so that you'll be able to work effectively. All right, so we will go into this as we are working things out, and you will understand all this. So let's come to the space here. This is the workspace. So Excel is made up of columns and rows. One thing they lied to us in school was that our teachers will get to class and say first row, so vertical, row 1, row 2. It wasn't a row, it was a column. So Excel tells us that this is a column, this is a column, and these are rows. So these are rows. Where I have filled the red is called a row, and where I have filled yellow is called a column. One thing you should note in Excel is that columns are represented by alphabetical letters A to Z. Once it ends with Z, it changes. So every column has alphabetical letter, whereas every row has a numerical value 1 up to 1 million. So you can see A here, and then you can see 1, 2, 3, all the way there. So this is what I'm talking about. So we have A, B, C, D as the columns. These are all columns, and these are rows. These are rows. When a column and a row meet, it is called a cell. It is called a cell. It is called a cell. When a column and a row meet, it is called a cell. So, and each cell has a name, and the name is made up of the column letter and the row number. Please get this from here. I said that each column has an alphabetical letter, and each row has a number. So when a column and a row meet, they form a cell, and each cell has a name. And the naming convention is that first pick the column letter and add the row number. So let's watch this. Let's do this one. If I come here, I'm in column C. This is column C, but I am in row 2. So when I click here, let's look at the place. Look at this place. You will see that we have C2. So which tells you that I am in column C, but I am in row 2. So that becomes the name of the cell. So if I tell you that go to D6 and go and enter your phone number there, I expect you to come here, because this is column D and this is row 6. So I expect you to come here and start to enter your number here. We all understand. So that is what we are going to do for today. We only came here and we've been able to explore the interface of Excel. We learned about the sheet, the various sheets we have, and how to create the sheet, how to name them. We've also learned what is a column and what is a row. We've also learned how to save a file, and we know that the top here is called ribbon. It's called ribbon, and depending on what you do, you get an appropriate tool or appropriate tab to use to modify your work. So there's a whole lot we are going to do in Excel. This is just the first video for you to appreciate how powerful Excel is and how you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. You can type in all your questions and your comments in the chat below, and I'll answer them. This is Raysystem. Everything is practical. Bye-bye.